Good morning, students. I am Dr.R.Suganya, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science with Cyber Security. Today we are going to see about the topic Selenium. So why Selenium means it is for automated testing. So we have to see what is the difference between manual testing and automated testing. So manual testing requires human intervention for test execution. Automation testing is use of tools to execute the testing, that is, once recorded, it's easier to run an automated test suite. So manual testing will require skilled labor, long time, and will imply high cost. Any type of application can be tested manually. That can be certain types like ad hoc and monkey testings. It is suitable for manual execution. Automated testing is recommended only for stable systems and is mostly used for regression testing. Manual test can become repetitive and boring, but the boring part of test case time and again is handled by automation software in automation testing. What is Selenium means? It is a free open source automated testing suite for web application across different browsers and platforms. There are some Selenium components: Selenium Integrated Development Environment, Selenium Remote Control, WebDriver, and Selenium Grid. Selenium components. In Selenium suite, we have Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, WebDriver, and Selenium Grid. So there are Selenium RC and WebDriver can be merged with Selenium 2 and can be improved to Selenium 3. Who developed Selenium? Selenium was originally developed by Jason Huggins in 2004. He named his program as JavaScript Test Runner. He made JavaScript Runner open source, which was later renamed as Selenium Core. The same origin policy issue. The JavaScript and domain XYZ and the same origin policy. A JavaScript program can only access pages at the same domain where it belongs and it cannot access page from different domains. History of Selenium. In 2004, Paul Hammond developed Selenium Remote Control to solve the same origin policy issue. This system became known as Selenium Remote Control or Selenium 1. In 2008, Philip Handrikov made Selenium Grid, allowing running of multiple Selenium tests concurrently on any number of local or remote systems, thus minimizing test execution time. In 2006, Shinya Kazatani of Japan created Selenium IDE, a Firefox extension that can automate the browser through a record and playback feature. In 2006, Simon Stewart created WebDriver, which was the first cross-platform testing framework that could control the browser from the OS level. In 2008, the whole Selenium test team decided to merge WebDriver and Selenium RC to form a more powerful tool called Selenium 2. Why it is called, the name Selenium existed. So how Selenium got its name? And it removes mercury from the body. It is a Hg. Mercury in the form of Hg. The important note is the Selenium WebDriver is termed as a successor of Selenium RC, which has been deprecated. The Selenium IDE for Firefox stopped working after Firefox 55 to upgrade and will be no longer maintained. So Selenium IDE, a Firefox, which is an add-on that we can only use in creating relatively simple test cases and test suites. Selenium Remote Control is also known as Selenium 1, which is the first Selenium tool that allowed users to use programming languages in creating complex text. WebDriver is a new breakthrough that allows your test scripts to communicate directly to the browser, thereby controlling it from the OS level. Selenium Grid. It is also a tool that is used with Selenium RC to execute parallel tests across different browsers and operating systems. Selenium RC and WebDriver was merged to form Selenium 2. So these are the components. This is a WebDriver architecture. So here the commands like Java, .NET, Python, etc. can be used. So the browser, so it can be existed with different software with the comments, and web server is being used for different browsers. So there are some WebDriver methods like void get, string get title, web element find element, void close, void quit, WebDriver.navigation, void click, void send keys, string get text is enabled, void clear. There is a driver called as Gecko. This program provides HTTP API which is described by WebDriver protocol to communicate with Gecko browsers such as Firefox. So Gecko driver can be used whenever we use a browser Firefox. So we can have the Mozilla Firefox. So whenever we use Mozilla Firefox, we can use the Gecko driver. So Selenium first project web pages. So we can have the label and text boxes, and we can add these two integers. So we can have to create like projects, and some libraries have to be installed. So first one to install is JDK, that is Java, the basic Java to be installed, and after that it has to be Eclipse has to be installed, and create a Java project in Eclipse and add some Selenium jar files, which is depending upon your operating systems. So depending upon your operating systems, there is some versions for Selenium jar files. So we have to install for that and keep it in your bin folder, and then add Gecko driver whenever you use a Firefox. So what is our implementation whenever we create a project? So we have to create project and add library files, launch a browser session, read the test cases from file, run the test cases, validate the output, and save the test results in the file. And there are some references link that is given for you. So for Selenium, WebDriver, and there are some tutorials available, and manual testing, and some Wikipedia. Thank you.